What's up guys, welcome to the video. My name is Vincent and today I thought we are going to do some Q&A. Couple days ago I asked you to send me some questions on my Instagram story and I got few of them over here right now in front of me. So we're going to answer them today. So the first question I have in front of me right here is, if you had unlimited money, what's the first thing you will do with it? Oh, this is a pretty good one because unlimited money, sometimes people would say like if you have like $1 million or $1 billion, what would you do? But assuming unlimited money, which means that my money will then run out, first thing I would do is I will send it to my cousin and send it to my family back home. Because of course I'm fortunate I can come here to study, but a lot of you don't know that a lot of my cousins, they're still in their province, they're still in their small town. I have one cousin in high school, one cousin in middle school, and a lot of the younger one, they're still in like primary. They're not even like, some of them just enter school. So they still have a long way to go and a lot of education to learn. So one of the main goals that why I came here is like I want to be able someday in the future be able to provide them with a better education, maybe move out to my back to my city, to the capital city, and someday maybe even bring them here to provide them with the best education that I can, and just kind of change the way of our family direction. Because if you know me well, you know I don't come from a silver spoon and we used to struggle. So I really want to help them to break out of their poverty. They're not that poor anymore, thanks to because my mom usually send them money. But it will be nice if I would also help them out during their school, even maybe once they get to high school or even university in the future. Second question here, which food you like the most? Ooh, I'm a pretty foodie guy, if you know, even in my Instagram I say so. And there's no particular food that I like. I enjoy a lot of them. I enjoy Indian, Asian, Western food, Italian, French, Spanish. But if I would choose one, the most recent one, I will go to Poke. There's a good poke bar right in the mall over there, in the Lohit Mall. It's called Steve Poke Bar and it's so good. And I don't know about poke, it's like people say it like a sushi but it's just in a bowl. Well, I don't use the rice, I use a salad, but it just somehow it just blends really well and just tastes really good. If you never try it, make sure to try it. I can bet you probably will like it too. Alright, question number 3. What is your hobbies? My hobbies change from time to time. Sometimes I used to like reading, and then right now I got no much time, so I don't read, I listen, or even I watch YouTube videos. That's the way I learn. I also enjoy driving and even like riding motorcycle. It's not, I don't like to drive like a long haul drive, like maybe you drive for like a day non-stop when you go somewhere far. But I do like from time to time, like maybe like a sport car or even like a normal sedan, and just drive it on an empty road. It's really cleared up my mind and I can think clearly. Also ride like a motorcycle, as long as the road is not like crowded and all traffic, it's really nice to have that blast of an air. Yeah, so as I said before, it changed from time to time. Sometimes I used to like play board games like chess or maybe other games, and then like to play video games, but because of course I don't have much time, I try not to play too much of it. I also like to maybe just go for a walk, go to the mall, meet some people, socializing. There's a lot of things that I kind of do. I'm not sure if you call it a hobby, but it's just something that I enjoy to do, but it doesn't always to be that way, and sometimes I enjoy it for a period of time and then later on I don't really enjoy it anymore, so I move on to another time. So yeah, it's kind of like switch a lot of things, but mostly like that. I like to drive, riding motorcycle, I like to cook, like to read, at least like to learn. If you watch this video where I talk about 7 attractive hobbies, I also talk about some of the hobbies that you may want to try that could make you even feel more attractive. That's also some of the hobbies that I like, but I'm not sure if you call it a full hobby, but I leave it to you to decide. Number 4, relationship advice. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm not someone who's that good in a relationship, and depends on type of circumstances you are and type of people. Maybe like if you're Western, some people they don't really care that much compared to the Eastern culture. So it really depends on you. But relationship advice, I would say don't go to bed angry, because this is not just a relationship in terms of romantic, but this is also with your friends and family. Because I think I explained it in a few videos before, because when you go bed angry, although sometimes it resolves in the short term, because of course you go to bed and in the morning you forget it, but when you wake up, it doesn't really solve your problem. Sometimes you still have this kind of feeling, it's weird, you see that person again, and even if you don't see that person again, you will see them eventually, so it's still gonna be awkward. So I think, yeah, don't go to bed angry, make sure to resolve the problem, or at least if you can't talk right then, just think about in the future, like picture yourself going to bed and waking up already. Like, how do you feel? Will you feel good? I bet you've been there before and it doesn't. So I think it's best for you to, at least if you can't talk it out that night, let them know that you're sorry, and then like maybe give them a hug or something, and then like tell them that we're just going to talk about it later, because you're not in the moment to talk about that right now, and then you can go to bed. But make sure you don't just slam the door and go to bed, or maybe even worse, if you texting them, you just like leave them cold and don't answer, or even just read their text. The next question here, how do you juggle so much tasks? Well, I would say one at a time. It's not that easy to juggle so much tasks. Sometimes you kind of like half-ass it. And I wouldn't recommend you to juggle so much tasks. Like, if you know me, I do juggle a lot. But I wouldn't recommend people to do that as well, because what I found when you juggle so much tasks is there will be a point where they due at the same time. Or let's say I just have my business, and then I have this, I have that, and we all have meeting at the same time, and of course it kind of clash, and I need to attempt only one of them. I cannot clone myself. So I wouldn't recommend people to juggle so much tasks, but of course one at a time. But if you want to juggle more tasks, like if you feel like you do want it, make sure to make every minute count, and you want to make sure that you were focused 99% of the time when you're doing your tasks, and when you're in the session of doing the task, and make sure you don't deviate, and make sure you don't switch to another one. And also you want to be able to see the whole picture and see when this is due, how long will it takes, and maybe even double it, because sometimes we kind of underestimate how long we need to accomplish certain stuff. So you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time, and enough time to rest as well. And you want to make sure you are able to see in the bird's eye view, because when you juggle a lot of tasks, what I found is that sometimes you are too much in this zone that you miss something. Let's say you're doing some schoolwork and you move on to another one, but you miss that in the schoolwork there's something new come up and you didn't see it, so you end up miss it, or you pull up an all-nighters. I recommend every 2 to 3 times a week to check in, and just to see your overall progress, and what do you have, how much do you have, what do you need to get done, is there something new, just to make sure that you still have everything in order and everything in their place. So that's for the Q&A, guys. Thank you so much for your question. Make sure to follow me on Instagram down below if you want to send me another question, and if you want another Q&A, just let me know, I'll make another one. If you like it, make sure to click the like and subscribe, and comment down below on maybe what do you want to see, or what do you want to ask me to. I'll make sure to answer them in your comment, and I'll see you again next Saturday.